Welcome back to Backyard Ceramics, day 22, I believe. I have some glazes. The glazes, I amended them, added a whole lot more of the baking soda to the baking soda one and the borax to the borax one, and also added a little bit of Epsom salts. And the reason is Epsom salts will keep it from settling out. That's the theory anyway. And it seems to be doing the trick, because you can see maybe how little it's settled overnight. I mixed these last night and it really hasn't settled that much. So I'm going to give those a good shake. Now the problem I've run into is I've got those four different mixed glazes that I want to try. These two are the main ones, and then these two are the ones that I added ash to just to see what would happen. And I'm down to my last three what is it called? Test mice. In fact, number 6 was the one that had copper wire on it that really didn't do anything. So I'm kind of reusing this one. So I'm down to my last 2. I'm going to need to make some more. So I'm going to test those, at least 3 of those. I'll just pick randomly which 3 I'm going to test. And put those in the kiln. I'm also going to fire the little bowl that I made on my little wheel. Put those all in the kiln and come back to those in a couple of hours. In the meantime, I've got some yard work to do. It's been so rainy this spring that everything's just growing too quick. But enough of that rambling. Alright, so see you in a few. Alrighty, got those glazed up. Got my little bowl already in the kiln. I'm going to put these little guys in there. I'm going to put them on props though, because if the glaze runs, I don't want it getting on the kiln floor. So, because I only had 3 of these test mice, I just used one of these extra little cubes that I had from the from that little experiment that I did. Just used that for a glaze test. So I was able to get all 4 glazes on there. And now I'm going to plug that in, make sure there's nothing flammable around it. Alright, and we'll give that a few hours to fire. Alright, just unplugged the kiln because it's been a couple of hours and it looks like the glaze has all melted, so I'm going to let that cool down and we'll check on it in a little bit. Alright, it cooled off enough that I could empty it. The 2 glazes that have ash in it, it just looks like, I know that ash is mostly silica, but it just looks like it doesn't have enough flux for that ash to do anything, is my guess. But check these out. This is the borax and clay. Very interesting variety of colors. The lighting's kind of weird right now, but looks really nice. And then this is the baking soda and clay. Right, number 12, yeah, baking soda and clay. And I really like that. So it's almost like, you know, these two have a nice contrast between the two. I was going to say it's almost like a black and a white, but over the red earthenware, it's not really. But does open up possibilities for using those two in different combinations. Not necessarily mixing them, but you know, using them side by side for some contrast. And then I've got the bowl that I made on my little wheel. Ooh, that's still hot, especially on the bottom. Bowl that I made on my little wheel. Very well vitrified. That sounds pretty nice. Might can't hold it with one hand and tap it. Yeah, maybe I'll make some bells or some wind chimes that are bell shaped rather than just the flat slabs. That might be fun. And of course, I want to make the next thing I want to make is kind of a action figure type of thing. So that's probably what I'm going to work on tomorrow. So I hope everyone is staying well and not too terribly bored out there, and social distancing and all this and that, and washing your hands and spending time with your families and spending time with your pets. So, miss you guys, all y'all, and I'll see you on here, Backyard Ceramics, tomorrow.